A leaking toilet might create some messy problems and cause a bathroom to flood. But is it reasonably foreseeable that a leaking toilet could electrocute someone? The court in Hebert versus Enos reviewed the facts that led to this astonishing accident and ruled on whether the victim could recover for his injuries. Carl Enos asked his neighbor William Hebert to water his plants while Enos was on vacation. For 3 days, Hebert watered Enos's flowers without any problem. On the fourth day, Hebert went to Enos's house to water Enos's plants. Hebert had just finished watering his own plants, and his hands were covered in sweat. While holding a garden hose in one hand, Hebert attempted to turn on the outdoor faucet at Enos's house with his free hand. As soon as Hebert touched the faucet, Hebert received an intense electrical shock from the faucet. The force of the electric shock threw Hebert into the air. The shock also melted Hebert's glasses and shoes, set Hebert's pants on fire, and even forced Hebert's dental plate out of his mouth. Hebert suffered serious injuries, including burns and exit wounds where the electrical current left his body. A city electrical inspector noticed that water was dripping from an overflowing toilet on the second story of Enos's house. The overflowing water from the toilet had dripped through a ceiling light fixture on the first floor. Hebert sued Enos for negligence, and Hebert's wife filed a claim against Enos for loss of consortium. Enos filed a motion for summary judgment. Enos argued that Hebert's injuries from a severe electrical shock weren't a reasonably foreseeable consequence of an overflowing toilet. Hebert opposed Enos's motion for summary judgment and presented expert witness testimony from an engineer. Hebert's expert witness claimed that the water from the toilet had been leaking for days, which broke down the insulation on the wires and caused an electric current to flow through Enos's water pipes. When Hebert touched the outdoor faucet, he became a part of the electric circuit. Because Hebert's hands were wet with sweat, the intensity of the electric shock was magnified. The trial court judge granted Enos's motion for summary judgment. The judge held that Hebert's injuries were highly extraordinary and so remote in everyday life that any alleged negligence against Enos couldn't have been the legal cause of Hebert's injuries. Hebert appealed,